So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744. So today, guys, we're going to discuss about Chelsea completing the set. They're the first team in history to ever win all three of these competitions: Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. And yeah, so congratulations to Chelsea for doing that. As for Real Betis, it was a massive opportunity. And we may have to discuss about La Liga in the stream because La Liga is getting cooked. La Liga's got owned by EPL teams this season. So we may have to have a convo on that. So, anyways, let's get me on the agenda. So we have Patrick here in the house. We got Matt's here in the house, guys. So guys, like and
Hello.
subscribe. Remember, guys, the streamer link is out there in the community tab. So if you want to have your say, join there. Remember, I can have a maximum of 6 people. So if we get more than 6 on the off chance, I'll try to get you guys, get some people that have already spoken off, and get you guys that haven't spoken yet to give a chance. So everyone has a fair chance to speak, right? So, yeah, lots to start, man. So, let's go to Matt's first, actually, since he lives in England, of course. And I want to hear his perspective. Obviously, I know you don't support Chelsea, but you were supporting Chelsea in this final, I believe, right?
Yeah. I mean, even if they lost, I would have just been like, anyway. But yeah. I thought in the first half, Chelsea were slacking. Real Betis were clearly the better team. Um, Chelsea didn't look too comfortable with the two-man midfield. They needed to. I thought towards the end of the first half they needed to make a sub in the midfield and at right back, which they did make subs. I know Reece James came on at right back for Gusto, who wasn't having a good game, and the subs in general changed the game. And so I think that was the big turning point. And of course, there was all this hype for Anthony being a GOAT, but the real GOAT in that final was Cole Palmer. In 3 assists, incredible. And yeah, Real Betis didn't really have much in the second half apart from when they were 1-0 up. So yeah, it's a strong way for Chelsea to win that final.
Yes, indeed. So let's get to Patrick here. Patrick, man, so give me your thoughts on Chelsea winning the Conference League, man.
Chelsea, they deserve to win the Conference League, and Cole Palmer, he really, really delivered, and goals from Enzo Fernandez, Nicolas Jackson, Jadon Sancho, and Moises Caicedo. Well, like I said, Chelsea, well, they were the better team than Real Betis, but Real Betis were so awful in a clutch in the Conference League, and I knew that Chelsea would be a one-sided team in the Conference League this season. And you know what? Give credit to Chelsea because they really deserve to be a better team. And lifting the Conference League completes the whole of UEFA trophies, like the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. Man, that is an incredible achievement by Chelsea, becoming the first team to win all UEFA trophies. So congratulations to Chelsea. So yeah, like I said, they deserve to win the Conference League. So yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and look at the comments. Actually, in the meantime, MP7 says we are the champions, my friend. Yes, congratulations, MP7 Games. Of course, his fellow Chelsea fan. Sebball says yawn. Congrats for Chelsea. Cool guy says yes. Congrats to them. They didn't believe in us. SKFC says SK. Yeah, a lot of people were pessimistic with Chelsea in that second half. Like at the halftime space, that was on HH's thing. So there were a lot of doubters, and yeah, so. Cool guy. They're the first team could be decided. Chelsea. Congrats. Chelsea were the big favorites. Win obviously for the final. Yeah, that's true. But these could have been up by more at 1.5, man. Yeah, that Johnny Cardoso chance, man. I wish he had it. That could have been huge, man. 2-0 up. Oh, that could have been so different. But I lost. It is what it is. Jorgensen kept Chelsea in the game first half. Sucks he chose Denmark. Chelsea won all the match except 2-1 to Nigeria. They also didn't win They also lost to Servette, the Conference League playoffs, the qualifier round. So, if we want to include that. Congratulations, Chelsea. I'm very happy. Well done, Palmer, Cucurella, Marcia, and Fernandez. Okay, so let's start with the Chelsea thing, and then we'll have a separate discussion for Betis. So let me get my 10. So, is it fair to say that this is Chelsea's best season post Abramovich?
Probably yes.
Yeah, I would say so as well. I think it's been 3 seasons, right? I think this is the third season.
The first season with Todd Bowley would have been a season where Graham Potter had a number of months in charge.
Let me know the comment live chat, guys. I believe this is the third. This is the third. I mean, this is like 2.5. I believe it's like 2.5 technically. Um, so yeah, I mean, for Chelsea, as I said, man, they're finally back in the Champions League. They got back in the Champions League this season. They won the Conference League. They won a trophy, and Chelsea, like basically, ever since they won that Champions League 2021, they've kind of gone free fall. Since then, and now they're back to the way. Do you think Chelsea are back in times like? Do you think they're back competing? Do you think they're back in the sense like we're now a mainstay club now, or you have? It's a bit too soon to say.
I'd probably consider them as like maybe perhaps a C team in Europe and a B team in the Premier League.
I mean, I you say that though, Matt, but their European final record is very impressive. Like I think they only correct me if I'm wrong, guys. They only lost one final in Europe, right? Which is their very first one, 2008.
So, oh yeah. As a club, they're higher up, but I thought you were just asking about this current team.
Oh yeah. This current team, like this current team, doesn't compare to like that 2021 team or like 2012 team. Like it's completely very inferior, you know. But I would just mean like in general, like Chelsea got a pretty good European final record. That's something I should have mentioned in my video. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, Chelsea are like, because the thing with Chelsea is that they should be a big, like with the amount of spending power they have, with the amount of budget they have, we expect them to be like a team that competes for silverware, competes for trophies every season, competes is in the Champions League. So yeah, I just feel like for Chelsea, as I said, man, I think it's what's really important is them getting top four. And I think you could ask most Chelsea fans. I even asked most Chelsea fans. Most Chelsea fans said they'd rather get top four than win the conference. That just shows how low of value this tournament is to them. You know, and let's be real, a club of Chelsea's stature should not be in the conference league. Like if we're being real, like they shouldn't be in this competition. But when you're in this competition, lower tier competition, you got to win it because it's one thing to be in this competition but not win it. Like I remember Barcelona, we were in the Europa League a few years ago, we couldn't win it. And for me, I'd rather win. I wouldn't like as much as I didn't want to play the Europa League. You got to at least win it, you know. So for me, it's really embarrassing to get knocked out in a Europa League or Conference League when you're the heavy favorites, you know, rather than actually playing it. Would you agree with that, Matt?
Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah, for Chelsea, as I said, man. So I feel like I feel like it's a bit too soon to say. I'm not really sure if they're back yet because I don't know if they can make top four consistently. Because we know Liverpool is great, we know Manchester City is great, Arsenal's looking great. I mean that fourth spot is pretty up in the air. I mean that fourth spot is pretty open. I don't think it's going to be like consistent. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean maybe they can. We'll have to see, but I don't know. We'll have to see because to be fair, that fourth place spot is very like it can very fluctuate over the years. Like I don't think we have I don't think we have had the same four teams qualify for the Champions League every season in the last couple of years. It's been generally different, right?
Oh, in England.
Yeah, England.
Now that I think about it, not particularly.
So
usually Man City are the frequent ones.
Yeah, Man City
and
usually.
Then most of the time, you see even Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal will make it, but there'll be like some exception seasons when they don't.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. So, yeah, let's hear from Patrick, man. Patrick, man. So, do you think Chelsea are back in the mainstay Europe, or you think we shouldn't draw too many conclusions yet?
I think Chelsea are back. I think Chelsea are back to to a comprehensive team because Chelsea they've been so dominant in the Conference League, and the main thing is that Chelsea could they could be a good team perhaps, and sometimes they could be back. They are so back, and they couldn't do well in next season's Premier League. But how in the big times. However, in the big times, Chelsea they always do great. So yeah,
All right, let's read some of our guys' comments. Shame Abde had to come off. Yeah, that Abde injury definitely did hamper Betis. That was a big blow because he was one of the best players. And for me, Abde showed up more than Anthony. And this was a guy that was not
Indeed.
hyped at all. So, yeah, crazy to think Chelsea won UCL 2021. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I remember to this day, man, Chelsea were the underdogs in the final, and most people thought Manchester City would win it. And the fact that Chelsea managed to win it is pretty incredible. You know, and Pep Guardiola, man, not starting Rodri might be one of the biggest mistakes you ever made in your career, managerial career. That was a horrendous mistake. So, but yeah, Chelsea's the first team to win all UEFA major competitions, 2 times Champions League, 2 times Europa League, and 1 Conference League. Yep, just feels like it didn't happen. Seth Ball said the majority of Conference League teams are bottom half Premier League teams at best. You can't draw too many conclusions from a team like Chelsea winning a third-tier tournament. Yes, Seb is right, and I do agree with Seb Ball that in the sense that we can't really draw too many conclusions. But as I said, though, they did get top 4 in the Premier League. Though. They're back in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I think that's a big statement. And as I said before, let's say Chelsea had won the Conference League and let's say not the Champions League. I think a lot of Chelsea fans would consider the season a failure. So this trophy is just an addition, right? I think top 4 for them is what makes the season great. I think for me, this is like a side, an addition. Like it's not like what makes the season great. And I think, as I said before, the top 4 in the Premier League is more valuable to Chelsea than winning the Conference League.
Yeah.
So, I just feel like it's interesting. But yeah, we'll have to see if they can get top 4 consistently. But we'll have that topic for another time. But for Chelsea said, man, they won a European trophy, and that's important. That's a big thing. So, okay, now let's talk about Real Betis. Let's have this timestamp here, I suppose. I think it's appropriate to switch gears now. So, is this a missed opportunity for Real Betis to win a trophy? Because I think it is. I don't think they'll ever get a better opportunity like this in the future to win a trophy like this. I don't think they'll ever get a better opportunity, especially in Europe. Now, maybe Copa del Rey, maybe potentially, but in terms of Europe, no. I think it's probably the best. They're going to get it quite some time.
Any final loss is a missed opportunity. So that's one thing to take in. The other thing, I did wonder after the game, would Fiorentina have given a better fight to Chelsea? But yeah, they collapsed in the second half and didn't respond well to Chelsea's subs.
Yeah, that is true. Because the thing is, like Betis, man, like they're a team that's not really known for winning trophies. I mean, this is the first European final they ever played in, and if they only won the Copa del Rey, I think it was in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Like they don't really often win trophies. This is a team that's just not known for winning trophies. So I just feel like for Real Betis, like I don't know, this is such a missed opportunity, especially from a winning position too as well. And remember, a lot of the good teams you have a good streak against English teams in the final. I mean, that's come to an end today. So I just feel like for Real Betis, as I said, man, who knows if they're gonna get a better opportunity. Like they could probably still make the final, but I don't know if they'll get a better opportunity like this for a winning position. And for for uh, for Anthony, man, for Abde, man, I feel so bad for him. He scored that goal there. Isco was fantastic. Isco was amazing in the game. And it's crazy because we're going to talk about Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer basically outshone Isco. Had Cole Palmer not shown up, we would have probably been discussed by Isco how amazing he was, how brilliant he was, how he was fantastic, and everything. But now, obviously, got overshadowed by Cole Palmer. So yeah, I mean, it's just sad, man, for Real Betis. And I feel bad for me personally, but it is what it is. And yeah, so Patrick, man, give me your thoughts on Real Betis, man. Should they be disappointed?
I think they should be disappointed because, Real Betis played a good game, but unfortunately, after the goal by Abdesamad El Azuli, they gave up 4 goals, and Real Betis were trash, and they were garbage, and I bet the Real Betis coach will be upset about this result, but they had a good run, and. They had a good run to the final, and losing to Chelsea is so bad, so bad. Like you can't describe how Real Betis can feel. So pretty much the same.
I think the thing with Real Betis, I think it's more so the manner of which they lost. I don't think they're necessarily angry that they lost. Because let's be real, I think most of us knew that Chelsea were the favorites, but it's just the manner of which they lost. Like you lost 4-1. You lost when you were in a leading position, 1 goal. Like it just felt pathetic for Real Betis. Like how do you like collapse like that in the second half? Like I feel like they should have done it much better, and it was just they were just too static, like they were too relaxed. It felt, you know. But this is the thing, but we have to keep in mind, guys. Look, this is the first European final. When you're in a European final for the first time ever, inexperience shows, and teams often usually don't win the trophy in the first attempt. So it's true. I think the last time a team won the European final in the first attempt, I think was Dortmund. I think the only. I think the most recent example, if I'm mistaken. No, sorry, Villarreal. Actually, Villarreal. Um, forgot to mention that one, but yeah. So and the Europa League, of course. But yeah, I mean, for Real Betis, as I said, man, they got to the final, which is a great achievement. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Indeed. So let's go ahead and read some of you guys' comments. Betis were never good enough to beat Chelsea. They should be proud that they kept it close for a full half. Yeah, that is true. That was true. That is true. They gave a good half. We want to know. Come on, Chelsea. Gene Jinso says, Poopy says they could have made a final again in Conference League sometime in the future, potentially. I support the Conference League, but the tournament dilutes the honor of a European trophy so much. Or I mean, rather. Do you guys agree with Seb's comment?
Tournament dilute. I don't know where I stand on that, but I can definitely get the sense of what he's saying.
See, I like the idea of the Conference League. I just feel like we should not have the top 5 league teams playing it. That's my personal view. That's
I can get behind not having the top 4 leagues involved, but Ligue 1's not overpowering the Conference League unless PSG were in it.
That's true. Okay, maybe like have top 4 leagues not playing it, you know. But obviously, UEFA won't do it. Obviously, we know they won't do it because if you look at the last couple of actually, let's look at the Conference League history, guys. Like the first time the first time that it was won by Roma. We expect Roma to win it, right? The second time was West Ham. The third time was Olympiacos, and now the fourth one is basically Chelsea. So basically, you see the oddball here was Olympiacos. Every other one was pretty much the heavy favorites to win the competition.
Well, wasn't Fiorentina a favourite to win the competition when West Ham did it?
No, I think West Ham were bigger favorites. I'm pretty sure. Or if West Ham, it was slight favorites. Maybe not. It's slight favorites. You can't disagree with you can't argue with Roma and Chelsea.
I don't really remember who else was in there apart from Fiorentina.
So my thing is that I just feel like for me, when you have the top 5 league teams playing it, they're bound to have a lot of spending power. You know, like Chelsea. But actually, to be fair, I mean, besides Chelsea, the other teams aren't really that big, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
So
They wouldn't have been in this competition if it wasn't for Man United winning the FA Cup.
That is also true. Newcastle would have been in this competition instead. And who knows? Maybe Newcastle could have won this. So, but I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think? I feel like maybe I'd be. See, the problem with I like the idea of the conference. League. I think it's a really cool concept. It's just my problem is that when you put the top 5 league teams in it, more often than not, they're the favorites to win it, and they're probably going to win it. You know. Now I know people are going to tell me last year with Olympiacos, which was great and all. We also keep in mind though the final was in Greece. Do they win that final if it wasn't in Greece?
I don't see why not.
I mean, they maybe potentially could have, but we don't know to this day. But let's face it though, like the fact the final was in Greece definitely did help their chances. It definitely did help it definitely did make things easier, right? So,
I suppose so.
you know, yeah. Let's read some guys from you either. I just agree 80 on top 5 league inclusion. Why not? There's top 5. There's small teams in those leagues. I mean, I understand, but but the thing I'm saying is that I just feel like when you have the top 5 league teams in it, it just makes it very likely that they're. But then again, it kind of depends which team. It kind of depends which teams make it. To be fair, so you know, conference league without top 5 leagues would suck. I would actually be love to watch that because for me, when we talk about this, like when we look at the other leagues, which is the best outside the top 5 or top 4? We have a huge debate between France, Portugal, even Netherlands. I would love to see that. It'd actually be really cool. Love to see it. Because we don't have a very conclusive answer. It's very divisive, you know, very split, right? So if we had without the top 5 leagues, it would make it top 4 leagues, or it would make things interesting where we could get a team that we didn't expect. You know, I just feel like it would increase the more competitive aspect. Now, quality wise, it would probably drop. I would probably agree with I would probably agree that quality wise it would drop. I would definitely agree with that. But I think in competitiveness, it would make it more competitive. So, but obviously, I know UEFA won't do it. Obviously, I know UEFA won't do it for sure. So, and Olympiacos were good this season. Yeah, they were good. I'm not saying they weren't good, but I'm just saying is that I just feel like for me, I don't know if they win that final for sure if there wasn't a use. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't even played in their own venue.
No, I mean that is true. I know. Wait, which venue was it? It was I think it was.
It was at AEK Stadium.
Yeah, but still, I feel like having the final in your a stadium that you played before so many times does help. To some degree. Van top 5 would slightly move the dominant teams. Portugal and Netherlands would dominate.
Yep.
That's potentially true, but would we see I don't because actually you know what's interesting, guys, and this is a competitive format. We've had 2 EPL teams win it, West Ham and Chelsea. 1 Serie A team win it. No La Liga teams, no Bundesliga teams.
PSG aside, Ligue 1's about the same level as Portugal and Netherlands anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Confederation should be punished for being good. Low. Okay, so how would you fix the conference league then? Yeah, how would you guys fix it then? That's my idea, but obviously I want to hear. So how would you guys fix the conference league? If you guys want to make it a better competition, more respected, or would you keep it as the same?
I can't think of anything in particular. The worst I may go would be taking up the top 4 leagues, but even then, I haven't got much of a desire to do it.
Okay. Associations. There's nothing wrong with the Conference League. The European trophy dilution is a necessary evil. Yeah. I mean, let's be real. Nothing's going to... I'm pretty sure everything will stay the same. But yeah. Okay, let's switch gears, guys. Let's switch gears to another interesting topic. So, let's talk about La Liga, guys. I have to discuss about this, guys. And it pains me to do this, but we have to have a comment for this. Did La Liga flop this year in Europe?
Depends what the criteria is.
Well, let's just say, Mats, in every European competition, La Liga has played against a Premier League team. Premier League team has smashed the La Liga team. Chelsea, we just saw today. Bilbao got smashed by that United team, and we all know how bad the United team is. 7-1. And then Arsenal, even this bad Arsenal team that were like, I think, 10 points off of Liverpool from winning the Premier League. So, the only and Barcelona, I think Barcelona's probably the best La Liga team in Europe. I think only Barcelona are the ones that you can feel maybe actually perform decent. Didn't so? Yeah, it's scary, man. And you guys know I love La Liga. La Liga is obviously a league that I love a lot. I have to admit that it was terrible.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing, guys. It's happened a lot. We always have these kind of seasons. Last season, guys, no EPL team made the final of the Champions League, Conference League, and what is it called, Europa League. This season, only one representative made from Spain. So, I just think that for me, it's just a season thing, where sometimes a league can flop, right? But we shouldn't generalize and say, "Oh, La Liga is garbage." I know this league has been trash and it's useless and it's never been good. Let's not be revisionist here. Let's not be too reactionary. But I think we can agree that this season La Liga's been bad. But we can't say, "Oh, it's always been terrible" or all this nonsense. Come on, it's just one season, So, I mean, Matt, do you agree with me in the sense that we shouldn't generalize for the entire duration of multiple seasons, or we should just keep it to one season? I think we should only keep it to one season.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna head off now, but because I think I've said everything I needed to say about the final, and yeah, great to see Cole Palmer perform the way he did.
Yes. All right. Thanks for joining.
I might join the chat.
All right. All right. So Patrick, man, do you think La Liga flopped this year in Europe?
Well, yeah. What was that again?
Do you think La Liga flopped this year in Europe?
Oh yeah. I think La Liga definitely flopped because Real Betis they lost the Conference League final, and typically La Liga might be flopping for teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and all that, and typically La Liga could be flopped. Yeah, it should be flopped this season typically in other contenders. So yeah.
Let's read some of you guys' comments and see what you guys are saying. Isco had a good game. Oh yeah, obviously. But the issue is, Spooky, is that people are not going to remember Isco. People are going to remember Cole Palmer. That's the thing. And this is what happens, guys. Whenever your team wins, people remember the winners, not losers. People don't remember losers sometimes. That's just how life is, And do I think it's harsh? Absolutely, because I think Isco deserved to win the trophy. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to remember it. Most people are going to remember Palmer over Isco. La Liga flopped huge. You have to say. Only one finalist, zero representation in Europa League and CL finals. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And let's be real, like like let's look at the La Liga teams here. Just quickly touch on this. So obviously, conference we had Real Betis. They made the final. I still think Real Betis had a good season, but obviously they lost the final in pretty bad fashion. But they still did decent. You can't take that away from them. Girona obviously didn't do well. Obviously, the first time in the Champions League quite some time, so maybe we can't be that harsh critical there. Real Madrid, actually, Atletico Madrid had a disappointing exit, and Real Madrid getting knocked in the quarterfinals. See, when you say quarterfinals, that's generally good, but it's just a manner in which they got knocked out. Like to lose to Arsenal in that fashion is pretty embarrassing. And this Arsenal is even like this is even the best Arsenal on earth at the moment. Like I would say the first season, or actually the last season of Arsenal, I think was better. So, and then obviously Barcelona, we came close, you know, but we ultimately let Arau let us down. And then obviously in Europa League, Sociedad got smashed by United, and then Bilbao got smashed by United. So Bilbao made the semifinals. United, Real Sociedad, I think, made the round 16. So yeah, man, basically most of basically most of the La Liga teams either got smashed or they just lost in a disappointing manner. So that's pretty much how most of the teams, um, you know, do it. So yeah, only Bilbao was embarrassing for La Liga. Mm, Yeah, Bilbao did embarrass them. I mean, 7-1 aggregate. Like that is embarrassing. To lose to that United team, and we all know how trash the United is pretty embarrassing. So Chelsea players, good job. When football loses, the fact that Qatar Money Club might also win European titles as well as disgrace for football. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see on Saturday, man. We'll see on Saturday. And by the way, we're gonna have a live reaction to it on Saturday, guys. On Saturday, just see what happens. To the Champions League final, of course. If not for Rice 2-1 in the lifetime free kicks, we don't lose that bad um, game on aggregate. Pookie does make a good point, but it's still. But let's be real. Most of us expected Real Madrid to beat us. Most of us did. So the fact that okay, to be fair, Pookie is kind of right though. Like 2 free kicks in one game is pretty rare. It's pretty extraordinary. Like it usually doesn't happen. But there's no taking away that loss is still embarrassing. Like it doesn't matter how you try to like change how you try to perceive it as. It is embarrassing regardless. Now, is it as embarrassing as like Bilbao or like Bilbao level? No, I think Bilbao is definitely more worse, but it's still bad. Whether regardless of how you try to spin it, you know. But yeah, it is still bad. Low. Yeah, I agree. Real Madrid loss wasn't that embarrassing. Arsenal played very good, and Rice shots unbelievable. On Rice shots unstable. To be honest, we carry La Liga almost every year anyway. Low in Europe. That is true. Boogie does make a good point there. So yeah, I mean, for Real Madrid, as I said, for Real Betis, as I said, man, disappointment, of course. Um, um, but yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the conference league stats, shall we? As we wrap the stream up soon. So, you know what's really interesting, guys? With conference league, with Chelsea winning the conference league, they would be part one for the Europa League. But guess what, guys? They finished top four in the Premier League, so they're not going to be in the Europa League next season. They're going to be in the Champions League, actually. So that's interesting. So let's look at this right here, guys. So when you look
That's
at
good.
the finals, yeah, Pulala, the top scorer in the conference league, man, Amulako Pulolo, was 8 goals. So yeah, shout out to this guy, man, for the top score. Obviously, the team of the season hasn't come out yet. Um, and yeah, let me look at the Europa League actually. Did we see, do we have like a team of the season? Because I kind of wanted to do it last week. Let's see, we had um, statistics. Let's see. So we have a team of the season. So they put Vicario in goal, Pedro Paul Romero, Koch, Bershcon, Burge, Bruno Fernandez, Casemiro, Cherky, and Dominic Solanke, and Nico Williams. Player of the season, Christian Romero, and young player of the season, Ryan Cherky. I think it's pretty agreeable. I don't have any complaints there. Of course. So let me actually just check who's got the most clean sheets in the Conference League. Out of curiosity, who's got the most clean sheets? Let me see if we can find that right there. Conference League. Let's see. Where's the Conference League? Right there. Who's got the most clean sheets? Most clean sheets goes to Betis with 5 clean sheets. Jorgensen's tied with him and him, 5 apiece. So
Wow.
yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else. So I'm trying to think what else to discuss. And this stream. You know what? Should we actually do a tier list actually? Because I don't think I'm gonna do videos for this since the international breaks after the club competitions. I know we also do once May 31st hits, guys. I'm done with club football, so I'm taking a break. So maybe we should do a Europa League and Conference League tier list real quick. Maybe we'll just combine them both, just to speed it up. And then I guess we'll wrap up from there. And then we'll maybe do the Champions League tier list on Saturday actually. So yeah, let me see if there's a tier list actually. Um, just for time's sake, we're just going to rank the teams that made the knockouts. Um, so let me see. There's a tier list actually. Let me see. There's a tier list. Hopefully there is. Hopefully there is. Okay, there's a tier list for the 24-25. So let's do one for Europa League first, and then we'll do one for Conference League. We didn't do one for the Europa League last week, so let's um let's do it real quick. So we're gonna do tier lists now, I suppose. So what time we're on? Timestamp. So 37 minutes. So oh yeah, then I need to check the predictor. We'll check the predictor thing then. All right, guys. So let's do this, guys. We're not gonna do all the teams. We're just gonna do the ones that made the maybe like the round 16 onwards. Yeah, let's just do round of 16. Let's just do the teams that made round 16, or maybe the knockout round playoffs. I don't know. Should we just do all? Let me know in the chat, guys. Do you guys want to do all the teams or just do the knockout round? Just do the teams that made the knockouts. Let's do a poll here in the chat, guys. So, and then we'll do one for the Conference League afterwards. So, all right. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so Spurs, we're obviously gonna put them S tier. Obviously, they won the Europa League for Parma, so you got to put them S tier. Obviously, um, Man United, I'll still put them A tier. I guess. I mean, they made the final. Um, they were pretty good, except the final sub, obviously. Um, then Bilbao. I'd say Bilbao had a great season. Getting to the Europa League final, getting to the Europa League semifinals is great. So I still put them A. And then the other team we got Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt is definitely A for sure. Lazio. Yeah, let's just do knockouts. Let's just do knockouts just for time's sake. So knockouts. Um, so let's say Lazio. I don't really remember Lazio's stats to be honest with you. Um, so where would you put? Oh, do you actually, Patrick? Do you agree with the 4 teams I ranked already? The 4 semifinalists.
Man, I totally agree.
All right. That's what guys were saying that Bodo was top tier, so United. For me, I'm only having the champion top tier. Champion only deserves to be top tier. There's only one king, guys. One king. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna put United, and Bilbao and Bodo Glimt in that A tier for sure. So, Lazio for me, guys. I would say probably B. I'd say probably B. I mean, to lose to Bodo Glimt, that was kind of bad. To lose to Bodo Glimt is pretty bad. And they kind of scraped through. If I remember, actually, let me just double check. Let me actually check the Europa League knockouts. Let's actually check this real quick. Europa League knockouts. So, yeah, let me see the where's the bracket. Yeah, bracket right here. So Lazio, they lost to Bodo Glimt on penalties. Then they barely scraped through against Victoria Pleasant. They kind of just did the bare minimum against Ferencváros. I think they're B. I think B. I think B is fair. B is fair. So what's Lazio? Yeah, we'll put them in B tier. Okay. Frankfurt. I would put Frankfurt and let's see, Frankfurt. What do they do? They destroyed Ajax. They made the round of 16. Oh yeah, they came to the round of 16 by default. I just realized. Okay, and then Frankfurt came top 8, right? Yeah, they came top 8. So yeah, you know what? I think we should put Frankfurt 8 here. Honestly, I think Frankfurt had a great, and they only narrowly lost to Tottenham. So I think Frankfurt A is well deserved. Did they have a better season than Bodo Glimt? I think Bodo Glimt did better though, just because they made the semis. But yeah, we'll put.
I think Bodo Glimt did better.
Yeah. I think Bodo did better too. They made that further round. Rangers, they barely got through against Fenerbahce. Although to be fair, they should have beaten Fenerbahce by a big margin. Fenerbahce were just basically parking the bus. But whatever. And yeah, I mean, so and the Fenerbahce the Rangers did come top 8. So you know what? I think Rangers had a pretty good season. Honestly, I think Rangers had pretty great. So where's Rangers? I think it's Rangers. Right there. We'll put them 8 here, I guess. All right. Let's see. And now, Pookie says Rangers B. Or A. I feel like quarterfinals is a great achievement for Rangers. I feel like quarterfinals is a great achievement. I feel like that's pretty good. They have nothing to be ashamed for. Like I think they exceed expectations. Because let's remember, we most of us expected Fenerbahce to be Rangers. So the fact that they managed to do so is pretty incredible. You know, I think that has to be A. Oh, okay. All right. Next up, we got here. So what's another quarterfinals we got here, guys? We did Frankfurt. We did Lazio. We did Leon. Leon, man. Leon absolutely obliterated FCSB. They came top 8. They put up a good game against Manchester United, so I think Leon honestly deserves an A. I think we put Leon an A. I think Rangers still had it better, and I think Frankfurt actually did they do better than Rangers? This is the greatest difficult, guys. Let's just put in the tiers. It's kind of hard to rank in the tiers. So that's gonna take too much time. But let's just put them in A. I think they had an A season worthy. Okay. Actually, let me put the Europa League thing here on this thing, so I don't have to scroll back and forth. That'll be easier on me. Let me set this out. All right. So next we have it is AZ Alkmaar. AZ Alkmaar, I think we'll put them in B. I think they had a decent one. They got to round of 16, so that's pretty good for them. Ajax, I think a B is probably fair. Leon and A. Nah. What? Or actually, maybe A is a bit too generous. Maybe we put them in B. But then they did come top 8 though. They did come top 8 though. And they were close against Manchester United and they obliterated FCSB, so this is difficult. So yeah. Bodo's top tier. Yeah, Bodo, I'll put them A. I think A is fair. So United, they didn't lose until the final thing. Where's Spurs? Yeah, put them Lazio in A or B. Top, they won the thing. Very much last. Having a tier for a champion is silly. Only is silly in my opinion. I to be honest, everyone has their own opinions. I personally believe that only champions should do it. But of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But let's just give it to champions, guys. Come on, we need to respect Spurs. They won the Europa League. Sure, it wasn't the most convincing. Like, let's be real, guys. Had Spurs not won the Europa League, I probably would have put them in B. Like, if I'm being honest with you, had they not won it. But on the sole fact they won it, you got to give them S. But it is what it is. It's just for fun, guys. But yeah, Fenerbahce last low. Rangers beer A. Consider A. Um, they're fun to watch. Leon A. Nah, I don't know to be honest. Low. Bodo Glimt a lot closer to Tottenham. They are to Bilbao. Arguably just has good of a tournament. So you're saying we should put Bodo? Actually, you know what? Maybe Matt actually makes a good point. You can make an argument that Bodo Glimt actually had a better tournament than Bilbao. You can make a strong argument because remember, guys, we expected Bilbao to go far. So yeah. Okay, guys, let's just go chronological order, guys. Just the order it says here. So Hoffenheim, did they even make the top 24? I don't even think they did. We're not ranking teams that didn't make the playoffs, by the way. So Hoffenheim, we're not ranking them. We're not ranking Ludogorets. We're not ranking RFS. Olympiacos, I put them. See, it's difficult with Olympiacos because I think they had a good season at getting top 8, but then they were really disappointing against Bodo Glimt. Really disappointing. So I'd still put them in B, but I can't really put them high in the B. I'll just probably put them lower end of B. Okay. The Porto, I think Porto had B. Honestly, maybe even C, actually. You know what? I think I'm going to put C, honestly. They came through barely in the playoffs. And they gave a good game to Roma, but honestly, they should have done better. So, all right. See you, Pookie. Well, yeah, C. I think C is fair. C is fair. FCSB, yeah, FCSB had a good season. Finishing top 8, right? No, they finished in the higher end, but still, I think FCB had a great season. Honestly, I think they were fantastic. Actually, you know what? Maybe B is a stretch, but we'll put them B. Let's put them like top of B. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, we'll put them top of B. Yeah, we'll put them top of B. By the way, I'm not ranking them the tiers. We're not doing that. So yeah, we're just putting them in whatever they're like. Galatasaray, yeah, very disappointing, bro. Galatasaray, very disappointing, bro. I mean, they're getting smashed by AZ Alkmaar. Nah, Galatasaray, man, that's a C. That's a C, honestly. Real Sociedad, Anderlecht. Sorry, Anderlecht. I'll put Anderlecht probably like B, I guess. I think finishing higher end of top. Actually, do we put them C? Actually. Um, let me know what you guys think. Do we put them in the? Maybe you can make argument they actually could be. I don't know. This is difficult. Do we put Anderlecht guys? I'm not sure with the Anderlecht guys. Do we put them in the B or C? I think it's one of the two.
I think it might probably be the B tier.
I'll probably say Olympiacos are better than Lyon. Okay. Yeah, let's put Anderlecht in B tier, I guess. Actually, let's put Lyon on top of B. I think top of yeah, we'll put them in B tier. Okay, Real Sociedad, probably a C. Honestly, they should have done better. Roma, put them C. Ajax, C. What other teams made the playoffs? So, Fenerbahce, C, I guess. 20. 20, yeah, 20. C. Hawk. Yeah, I guess we'll put them C. Union SG. I think it's Union SG. Oh, right there. Yeah, C is decent, I guess. Midtjylland. I guess C is fair. So. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll put Anderlecht in C. Well, let's put this on top of C tier. Okay, so Anderlecht, C. Porto, C. Galatasaray, Roma. Actually, maybe we bump Roma. Actually, you know what? Maybe we bump Roma to B. Because they did beat Bilbao first leg. but then they got smoked in the second leg. Mm, Ajax, I think C is fair. I think it's a pretty agreeable. I think it's pretty agreeable. Okay, let's do the Conference League tier list. Let's do the Conference League tier list, guys. Conference League. As we wrap the stream up soon, guys. Where's the Conference League? 24, 25. Is there a Conference League one here? Where the heck is it? Okay, it's right here. All right. Obviously Chelsea S tier, obviously. Real Betis, obviously A, top of A tier. Runners up. All right. The semifinalists: Chelsea B, Jurgen, I believe. Yes, it's Jurgen A. They had a fantastic season. Fiorentina were pretty good. A. Everyone, guys, like and subscribe. How many likes are on today's stream, by the way? Let me double check. We're currently on 15 likes. Hey, this is pretty good, man. 15 likes. Dang, this is pretty good, guys. So, yeah. All right.
Nice.
Okay, so let me just check the bracket. Okay, so where's the bracket? Knockout phase. Okay, so we're putting Fiorentina an A, Real Betis an A, and just gonna A obviously. Legia Warsaw. I think B is fair. Yeah, I think they had a B season. Rapid Rapid VN. I'll put the B, I guess. Selge B, I suppose. I think it's Selge. Oh, that's Selge. B. Juggernaut. Okay. Where's Juggernaut? I think so. I don't see it here for some reason. Where is Juggernaut? Oh my jeez, I'm an idiot. I clicked the force badge. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, B is fair. All right, see you, Mats. I think Mats left. Oh no, Mats is actually still here. Okay, let's see. Okay, Apple, let's see, I guess. Astana didn't make it. Başakşehir didn't make it. Boraj Banja, we'll put them C, I guess. Circle Bruges. Hey, you know what? Circle Bruges. I think I'll put them C, actually. Copenhagen. Yeah, B is fair, honestly. Actually, you know what? I might even put them A, actually. Actually, no, B is fair. Ghent. Okay. Oh, Ghent didn't make the playoffs. Well, Hearts didn't make it either. Heidenheim got knocked to this. Yeah, there. AJK didn't make it. Larn didn't make it. LESK. Lugano. So how many teams we got? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so 9 more teams. Jeez. Victoria Guimaraes, we'll put them in. Okay, beats here. I think they had a good tournament. TSC. We'll put them C, I suppose. Vikingor. Yes, C. 6, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. Okay, 8 more. Alpha C. Shamrock Rovers. C. But not the Nikos, man. Gave a good game, so I'll put them A. Maybe B, I'll put them actually. Okay, so 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. No, that's 7, 8, 15, 18, 19. So Farmer 2's rank, jeez. Lugano, we'll put them C, I guess. LASK Mold C, I guess. And actually, maybe I'll put Mold at B. All right. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. So how many teams we got? 4. I'm just trying to do a head count. 4, 7, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, so 3 more teams. Bro, which teams am I missing? Ominia. Oh, out. Wait, which one's Ominia? Oh, they're this team. Okay, we'll put them C. And the Paphos. I think I already did Paphos. I already did Applewell. Ghent. Oh, yeah, Ghent C. 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, I think I'm missing one more team. Wait, Pat, do you know the last team missing?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Chelsea. I think the one that is missing. I Olympia Ljubljana.
Ooh, which team is that?
That would be. Hang on. Let me check. Let's see. That will be this dragon one.
This one? Oh no, this one. Yeah. Okay, see. All right, let's just wrap it up, guys. So, anyways, let's go look at who's won the gaming league conference league, guys, and then we're gonna wrap it up, guys, and end the stream. So, let's wrap it up. So, congratulations to Rubik's for winning the conference league thing, guys. So, congratulations to him. 525 points. I came second with 469 points, and Radical came third. And yeah, you can see the rest there. So, yeah. Let's go to read some of you guys' final comments as we wrap it up, guys. Half an hour bad. Let me because we got a good time report over C. For that, it'd be next week, so you went too early. I didn't follow your police much, you guys. I probably said my guys are better than Leon. I don't remember I like apart from drawing reporter thanks to a player called Borges. Now, comments need more justified Chelsea have their own tier. Well, they need to fix this already. Obviously, we're trying to say, but okay. It's A, B, C, D, E, and F, not S, A, B, C, D, F. Don't even try to dispute this because I'll have the left of stream take care. And I'm pretty sure more. I don't see anyone do the E's. Nobody who uses the E's for their tier list. It's S, A, B, C, D. Sometimes people put F, but whatever. Some of these teams I don't know. All right, okay. Anyways, wrap it up here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. Remember, guys, like and subscribe on your way out, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. Peace out.